folder that is having four projects. Suppose we are working on a large project that is having some library project and some its sub projects. So we can have to open those projects in a one solution like BS Visual Studio provides that. So in VS Code we can like open some command prompt and open that folder in code. So here we open the project. So if we try to open, suppose I am sharing the screen. So I have this project, this and this one. So if I need to run the projects, I have to move, means I have to change the directory from here so that I can run any command into that project. So it would be good if I will have some tabs here so I can switch to these projects. So this extension restore terminals provides that functionality. So we can like have this extension restore terminals. So this extension provides you open multiple terminals and you can switch by clicking on those terminals. So we have to, means you can enable it while download after installing it. So I have already installed it, so and it's enabled. So first I have to go in my project settings, and in project settings I have, as this terminal provides some docs, like you have to write this type of configuration to open multiple terminals. So I have already written it for some of them. So suppose I am using it, and I have to go there and pasting here. So suppose I am working on the project, so and I need to switch these directories. So I am providing this command so that it will open uh, those in terminals. So just I am seeing what are my projects list. So so here I can put any name. Suppose it's a project one, so I'm writing it here project one, and this is project two. So I am writing it project two. This is project three. So I am writing it project three, and this is project some project library. So I am writing it project library. So this, when I save this and suppose I am relaunching my window, and if I see here, so I will get those project those terminals and I can easily switch, and that will move to my the directory of that project. So I have to run any command in this folder, I can easily run. And I have to no worry about changing the directories. So this will open this terminal in that folder. So I think it's a cool uh, extension, so you can utilize it for your projects. And the second one I will demonstrate about auto hide. So suppose I need some files or these folders to hide, because at most of the time I will work on one or two folders. So this will not be useful to open the other folders as well. So there is one extension that is auto hide. Sorry, this is auto hide. So auto hide is the extension that is used to hide your Explorer and your uh, terminal windows. So suppose I have created a file here, only means test.js, and I am working on that. So I have to I have to switch. Uh, I have to close this window and close this window whenever I switch. I have opened this file, and again I have to close these, or I have to use the commands to close, or I have to close it by manually. So auto hide extension provides feature to hide this automatically when we write something it in the editor. So auto hide, let me install it. So when I install, so that's like if I open test2.js, and suppose I am opened this and I am started writing it, and so it will close the uh, Explorer automatically. So this is also a cool extension. And the third one is a Explorer Exclude. So Explorer Exclude is, you suppose I am working on these projects. So at a time, I will mostly work on one or two projects. So uh, I don't want to see the other projects here. Or you have seen that my if that was a Angular project or anything, and Node project, so there was a npm modules and other things that we don't use, but there they see. So we can hide those things by manually going to the settings, or we can hide those things by the extension very much easily. So suppose there is an extension of Explorer Exclude. So Explorer Exclude, when you install it and enable it, so it whenever you go here and you start like add to hidden items, to so it will ask you to what directory you want to hide. So if you put those, so it will go from there. So whenever I want to see it, I can go hidden items, I can uncheck those, and whenever I will see it, I can work on those. Whenever I need to hide it, I can again mark it, check, and it will hide. And unmark check will it will show. So it's another cool extension. So you can utilize this in your daily work. So I use that frequently. And the third one is a Thunder client. So whenever sometime suppose I am working on any client side project, means on any Angular project or React project, so I need to make some API request to test the input output response of that API. So I I use the Postman. So now in VS Code we have Thunder client extension. So suppose I have installed it and it's enabled. So Thunder client provides the functionality that the Postman provides, in not a much like that way, but it is you can say if the Postman is 100%, then it also provides 50% functionality of it, and you can easily, not 50 but 80%, you can easily make the API request and see that responses. So suppose I have, this is the Thunder client icon, and I have make the new request. So I can put my API URL here. I can set the headers, auth, body, and whenever I will send that request, so it will show me the API request or response. So it's also a cool extension. And other is the code spell checker. So code spell checker is something, if you are writing and you put some wrong word, if you're writing some wrong sentences here, so it will show the warning. You can fix it. It will show the suggestions. You can make it. So it will help you to keep your code that is be understandable to the other developers. If you are writing any function name or any comment, it will help you there. So these were the five extensions I was want to share. So thanks for watching it.